Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let me try and get everybody into the class. Let's try and get everybody into the class. All right, so let's get started. Wow, others are already joining in. Awesome. Okay, we have Hope in the house. We have James. Good evening, Hope. Good evening, James. Welcome. Try and repost the link so that others can join in. Repost the link so that others can join in. Repost the link so that others can join in. Good evening, Rosaline. Good evening, Kaka. Welcome. Welcome, guys. So it's day two of our boot camp. I'm trying to send the link, so please just give me some minutes. I'm trying to send the link to others. Good evening, Kim. So let me just send the link. We're starting in some minutes. We're already some minutes late, so we're starting in a bit. Just let me send to. Make sure you are reposting. Oh, repost this on your WhatsApp status. Repost this on your WhatsApp status. Welcome, Salihu. Welcome. Okay, I think I've done that. Let's. All right. All right. Okay. So yesterday, who can remember what we spoke about yesterday? Who can remember what we spoke about yesterday? Like, give us a brief rundown. Who wants to talk? Who wants to talk? Who can remember what we spoke about yesterday? Can you remember? Who was here yesterday? Who joined us yesterday? Who joined us yesterday? Who joined us yesterday? Okay, Kaka said prospecting. Cool, cool. Yes. What else? What did you say about prospecting? What did you say about it? Let's be fast so that we can move on to another to today's own. Who you target to sell your product to? Awesome. There are people that were listening. Oh, yeah, very very important. I spoke about that. Who you target? The right audience. Remember, I said the right audience. Who else? Pardon my voice. Who else? Who wants to go? Who wants to go next? What else did I say? What else did we talk about yesterday? What else did we talk about yesterday? Nobody. So just in came and Kaka were listening. How to build authority before your customer gets to meet you. I'm clapping for you here, oh Kaka. Kaka was really listening yesterday. So no other person, just Kaka and came. Yes, Isaiah, right. We spoke about prospecting. Yeah, that's correct. We spoke about prospecting. Okay. I think we're not going to waste more time. If you didn't attend yesterday's webinar, go and watch the replay. The replay is on my YouTube, so you can just go to my YouTube, check the last video you see there, and start. Okay, watch it so you will understand what we're going to be talking about now. How you keep your customer. Did we talk about that? I can't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we've got into that, but well, let's start. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to handle objection. Do you please, if you can hear me, I want you to drop fire emojis if you can hear me. Drop some fire emojis if you can hear me. I know it's weekend. You're trying to relax, trying to prepare for tomorrow's service or mocks or whichever it is. But yeah, let's just focus for the next 40 minutes and we'll be out of here. Okay? So if you're online right now, drop some fire. Thank you, Kaka. I like vibes like this. I like vibes like this. We also talked about know your customer avatar. That's right. Thank you, Isaiah, for that. Thank you, Nkem. Okay, let's start. Let's go ahead. So what does handling objection mean? It just simply means answering customers what ifs. They will say, I don't have the money. It is too expensive. I don't have time. You've heard all this, right? If you are very familiar, if you're a business owner, you must have heard this a lot. A lot. They will always give one complaint or the other why they cannot buy. Do you understand? They will always give complaint, one complaint on the or the other why they cannot buy it. But we'll look at it today and we'll look at how you can respond to them that in fact, except they don't have that money, oh, they must pay. Okay? They must pay. All right. So now, like I already said, we'll be looking at customers what if. Now, before you take before when you are prospecting, when you are talking to customers, right? When you're talking to customers, you must be very confident. You must know your products well because this is going to help. You must know your products well, very confident, and be prepared to take all questions that they would ask you. That's why you have to study your product very very well. Know the nooks and crannies. In fact, every single thing about your product, make sure you know it. Do you understand? And now when you're talking to your prospects, They become your customer after they've bought whatever you're promoting to them. When you're talking to them, always make sure you speak to their emotions and logic when you're tackling their what ifs, their objections. Focus on their pain points and desire. So what is a pain point? For instance, now let's say I'm a plus size. I'm not, though. I'm very slim. Okay, let me use myself. Let's say I'm a very slim person and I hardly find a good fitted shirt. Do you understand? I hardly find a good fitted shirt, and you are someone that is into clothing. That is a pain point for me. You can say, okay, she doesn't. My pain point is I don't have a good fitted shirt. If you create stuffs um that are related to me having if you create stuff that are related to a fitted shirt that is in my size, there is no how I won't buy, because why? It is a pain point for me. Please, if I'm making sense, let me know. It is a pain point for me. Do you get? So always focus on their pain points and their desire. My desire is that I will get a shirt that will fit me, and I will go to that either that interview, or go to that what's it called, office, and look very sweet and awesome. Always note your customers pain points and desires. Okay, so now when you're talking to your customers, always also take notes of all the questions they'll be asking, so that when you're speaking to your next customer, before they ask all the question, you've answered it, you've cleared it already. In fact, they will not even know. They will likely not have a question for you, and they'll say, and you ask them, okay, are you ready to get started now? Are you ready to buy? Do you understand? So always take notes of your customers question. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about 6 popular objections and how you can tackle them. Okay, let's talk about 6 popular objections and how you can tackle them. Remember, I spoke about pain points. So now let's say you are talking about a product that helps people to make money. You are into make money niche, and you're talking about a product that helps people to make money, and then you're trying to talk to Mr. X, and Mr. X says, this the registration money is too expensive. Oh, it's too expensive. And maybe when you were starting, you already found out Mr. X pain point, and his pain point is he hates begging for money. Do you understand? He hates what? Begging for money. So you now say, Mr. X, remember when you said you hate begging for money? So do you want to go back to doing that because of just 40,000 naira for registration, or because of just 30,000 naira to register? You want to go back to begging? Which one will you prefer? To start something that will make you plenty money, or to go back to begging? So always focus on their pain points. Do you understand? Always focus on what? Their pain points. So let's continue. Let's look at some popular ones now. Yes. So now when you're answering objections, always rephrase your answers as a question. You want your customers to be the one giving you the answers, because when they give you the answers, they are more convinced. They are more what? Convinced that way. So let's look at this example. Let's say your customer asks you now, like, how long will this thing last before it will spoil? So your customer is he wants you to fall, or how that he wants you to take a fall. That's why he added that before it will spoil. How long will this thing last? So now you can tell your customer, after I've told you that this product would last you for more than 2 to 3 years, and if you maintain it using so, you are going to even get it for a longer period of time. So now it depends on you. How will you be maintaining it? Will you get this so that you will maintain it? Please, if you understand what I'm saying, let me know. Your customer is asking, how long will this, let's say, battery, how long will this battery last before it spoils? You now tell your customer, if you this battery will last for 2 to 3 years, but if you get this let's say you have resistance to, like, something that helps you clean the battery, that will make it more resistant to getting torn or wear out easily. You now say, but if you are getting this resistant stuff, then it will last for much more longer. So are you going to be intentional about, maintaining this battery for it to last longer? I don't know, did you understand what I just did? I switched an answer to a question. Always, when your customer is asking you question, always turn the answer to a question and ask them back. Do you understand? Please, if you understood what I just said, type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. If you understood what I just said, type in the chat box. If you understood what I just said, type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Okay? Did we understand what I just spoke about? I'm waiting for your replies. Oh, Henry says no. Who else said no? No, I don't. Okay, I'll come again. I said, when someone tells you, when your customers are asking you questions, always rephrase it, like rephrase your answer as a question. When your customer asks you question, always rephrase your answer as a question. Your customer says something like, um please, when will I receive my shoe? Your answer should not be, how do you want to receive the shoe? Did you understood what I just said? Your customer asks you, when will I get this shoe? When will I get this shoe? Let's say your customer is looking at a shoe in your shop. You now say, when will I get this shoe? You now reply, how do you want to get the shoe? Is it by, do you want it delivered to you today? Do you want it right now as you are going? Did you see what I did there? We're even going to get to that soon. Do you understand it now? Always rephrase your answer as a question. Please let me know if you understood what I just said now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So when your customer asks you questions, always rephrase your answer. You are answering it though, but rephrase it what? As a question. Exactly. So that they will be the one to answer themselves. When they answer themselves, they are more convinced. Do you understand? They are always more convinced when they answer questions themselves. Now let's look at the "it's too expensive." So when you want to respond to this, you say, all right, Mr. X, I'm bringing you something that I'm certain will do so and so. So let's say you have a battery that is very strong, that even in heat it will not swell up, it will not spoil. So you say, Mr. X, I'm giving you a battery that, come rain come sunshine, nothing will happen to it, and it will last you for a very long time. And if you think something is wrong with it before 1 year ends, bring it back, we'll replace it for you and give you a better one. So now that you know that you've gotten all of this, is there any reason why you will not get it right now? Always add that statement. You want them to buy it now, you don't want them to buy it tomorrow, you don't want them to buy it next week. So you say, is there any reason, when you are answering a question, remember I told you, always ask a question. You now end it with, is there any reason why you will not buy it today? I mean, now, don't even say today, say now. Is there any reason why you won't buy it now? By the time you say that, they will ask you another question again. You answer it, you add to the end, is there any reason why you will not buy it now? Do you understand? So now let's give an example. Let's say you're in the money making niche, and you are trying to promote, let's say, the Amazon KDP. Do you understand? You're trying to promote the Amazon KDP, and the person says, how long, or let me use another product. Let's say AMAP, that's what you're promoting. Now say, how long will I start making sales if I buy this AMAP? You now tell the person, okay, Mr. X, if I help you get 2 sales within the next 30 days, and you know that Okay, no, 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 that's not the way I want to answer it. We're still talking about is too expensive. So let's say Mr. X says the AMAP course is too expensive. You now say, okay, Mr. X, the AMAP costs 40K, right? Now, Mr. X, if I help you get two sales, within the next 30 days, and you know that your phone costs more than this 40K that we're talking about, is there any reason why you will not get started today? Always add that. After answering, ask them, is there any reason why you will not get started today? If they have another one, they will send it again. Do you understand? They will send it again. All right, so let's move on to another one. Yes, another thing is when they ask you something like this, like, when you're answering something like this is where you give them a guarantee. A guarantee just simply means that, you want to make it very, like, very certain and sure. You say, okay, something like the, um if you buy it now, I'll help you with making two sales. If you get it now, if anything happens to it, you can bring it back, we'll repair it and give it back to you. You'll be there and you see it. Do you understand? Always try to give a guarantee. We'll get to that, we'll talk more about that. Now you can also reply like this. Hmm? In fact, when they tell you, this is another way to respond. If they say it's too expensive, you just say, hmm, like, just sound surprised and pause. Don't say anything. It's too expensive. Hmm. Pause for a moment. Keep quiet, like 3 to 5 seconds. Then I ask them, please, sorry, pardon me. What exactly are you comparing whatever the product is to? What exactly are you comparing it to? Ask them that question. What exactly are you comparing this to? If dem now say, Mr. Alagbaja's own is this price, why is your own this price? Then you now start saying, okay, did you watch the video? If it's a video, or the maybe an article, or maybe a sales letter showing everything you'll be giving them. Now ask them, did you go through it? Did you see everything you'll be getting? So are you saying that this, for everything you will be getting, the amount is too expensive? Do you understand? For everything you'll be getting, the amount is too expensive. Some of them now start say, no, it's not. I'm not saying that it's too expensive, for the amount. I'm just saying that that's when they will come out and say the real reason again why they are saying it's expensive. Then you now ask again, doesn't it fit your budget? So we're dealing with is expensive. Most time this is too expensive. It is not the main it's not the main um objection. Oh, they have more objections. They're just saying that one. Do you understand? Please, if you understood what we just said, let me know. If you understood what we just said, let me know before we continue. If you understood what we just said, let me know before we continue. Can you hear me? If you understood what we just said, let me know before we continue. Can you guys hear me? If you understood what we just spoke about, the is too expensive, let me know. Let me see your responses. In awesome, awesome. Nkem says yes. Okay, okay. Henry says yes. Mark says yeah. Awesome. Let's continue. So now there's another one. They'll say, I don't have time. I don't have time. Oh, I don't have time. Especially, I'm trying to deal with money making it, because the objections in money making it is actually a lot. Yeah. I don't have time. I'm very busy. Now, what you say is, okay, all right, Mrs. X. If I show you how you can get just 1 extra hour, will you get started today? By the time you say that, some of them will say, okay, okay. You now say, okay, then what's your schedule like? They'll start telling you, I have to wake up early in the morning. Oh, I'll go to work around, I'll wake up like 4, get to work like 6, then I'll do this, do that by 10 in the night, and that's when I'll now get home and relax. Ah, how will I, what will I do now? And I need to make money. I need extra income. I need side hustle. Now, when you say this, always bring back, when you are trying to answer questions like this, always bring back their pain points and their desires. So you can reply and say something like this: all right, Mrs. X, if do you remember that you said that you want to make money? If that's what they said, oh, or do you remember that you said you want to buy a car next year? Or do you remember that you said you want to buy your mom, you want to buy your mom a house? So now, how will you do it if you are always, if you don't create time for this business you want to start? Did you see how I brought their pain point? How will you do it if you don't create time for this business that you want to start? All you need is just 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour pere. If you get 1 hour, you are fine. And you can even tell them, okay, since you are so busy at work and they will not allow you press your phone, early in the morning when you wake up, you can just do something like 30 minutes. In the night when you get back home, I know you are very tired, relax, eat. Then when you are done eating, you can do a few things again. 30 minutes, just 1 hour every day. If you are consistent, you will start seeing results. The person will be like, that's true, oh, right? That's true. They'll start reasoning with you. Do you understand me? They'll start reasoning with you. Always bring back their pain points and desires when answering their questions. Okay? All right, let's move on. I'm too busy right now. They'll say, I'm too, it's like almost time to. I'm too busy right now. What you say is, no problem. I agree. This could be a lot to handle, right? But let me ask you, do you want to see results long term? Let's say you are selling you are into gymnastics, or let's say you are what's it called? A gym instructor. And the person says, I need to exercise, but I'm too busy right now. I don't have time. I'm too busy. You now ask the person, do you want to look like that, Sharon Uja? Don't you see how sexy she looks? Oh yeah, tell me, don't you want to see yourself in 3 months from now looking as hot as Sharon Uja? Future pays them. Don't you want to see yourself looking like that? Eh? Just make sure you bring their desires back. Bring their desires back. Don't you want to have made like at least 500K in the next 2 months? Eh? Don't you want to, buy plenty Christmas gifts for your family? Do you understand? So if you want to do all of this, can't you create just 40 minutes? Just 40 minutes every day. Sometimes you know that 40 minutes you can create it. Start parlaying with them. Say, that sometimes you just go home and you start watching TV for entertainment. Some of them say, it's very relaxing. I say, yes, it's very relaxing, but it will not help you with giving your mom or your dad that money that you have been promising them. Oh, always bring back their pain points and desires. And that is why at the beginning of your conversation, ask them, why do you want to do this? If it's a money making issue, or if you are selling a product, find out. Say, madam, sir, if you get this product, how would you feel? What do you want to use it for? Like, find out their pain points and desires before you start the conversation, because you will always fall back to it. Do you understand me? Please, if you understand, let me know so that I will not talk alone. I will not talk alone. Oh, tell me that you understood it. So now, in reality, these people are going through stress. Their work is finishing them. They are just tired of life. Eh? They are just tired of life. And if you can really give them a solution, they will not object to it. Do you understand? They will not object to it. Let them know how much, like, let them know, be positive. Their life matters. Let them know that you have, like, you feel for them. Be empathetic with them. Okay, be empathetic with them. All right, so I want to know that you guys are following. Type in the chat box, My life matters. You can see it on my screen, right? Type in the chat box, my life matters. My life matters. I want somebody to type that. Like, not somebody. I want everybody to type it now. My life matters. Type in the chat box, my life matters. Here's another objection. Let me think about it. Omo, don't let them think about it. Oh, if they think about it, see, except they've not gone through everything. That's why I told you that make sure you always, like, you are asking them. Make sure you're asking them. Um, like, when you've answered the question, make sure you are awesome. Thank you, guys. Henry, Kayode, Umar. Thank you. Make sure you're asking them that. Okay, is there any other question before I help you get started today? Do you have any other concern? Do you have any other worries before I help you get started today? Always ask them that question. So ask them until you reach a final stage where they'll say, I don't have any question again. By the time they say that, pardon my voice, by the time they say that, you have closed that sale. You have closed that sale. So that is where you bring in your sale closing technique. By the time they say, I don't have any question again, you have closed that sale already. So now when someone say, let me think about it, just reply, okay, before I let you go. Okay, before I let you go, out of curiosity, Mrs. X, hmm? Out of curiosity, I understand that you're not ready. I understand. What other things would you like me to help you with before you are ready? Or what other things do you think you will need to know before you are ready? By the time you say this, they'll start giving you reasons again. That's when you hit it. When they say, let me think about it, they are going away. They are not thinking about anything. So by the time you say this, I understand you're not ready, but is there anything I can help you with before you are ready? They'll start giving you their pain points. They'll start telling you, oh, this is why I have this, so I need to talk with my husband, or I need to do this, so before I will get the money, I'm waiting for somebody to kinikon. Do you understand? So now, if they don't eventually buy when they say this, ask them this other question. Mr. X, when you are ready, would I be the first person you ask? Because when you do this, if they are ready to buy the product, they will not go elsewhere, because you ask them. Always ask, don't assume. Ask them, would I be the first person you ask when you are ready? And if possible, can find out the date or the time they'll be ready. You can say, okay, will you, what time, around what, will you be back by next month? Will you be back by next week? Will you be ready by, mid of the month? They should give you a specific date. Do you understand? Let them know, let them tell you exactly when, so that you can take notes and follow up. Okay. Now someone will say, I don't know if this work for me. Oh, people in business, you know this now, they'll say, me, I don't know if this work for me. Now when you are answering this, you say, okay, why do you think so, Mr. X? I'm just curious. Why do you think this thing will not work for you? Like, okay, what do you think, how do you think this thing should be that will make it work for you? Like, let them, like I told you, to always make them answer. How would this thing look to work for you? So somebody might say, okay, let's say you're in business, they'll say, if I can pay instrumentally, then okay, no, not that way. They'll say, if I can find somebody that will teach me one-on-one, yes, then I believe that it should work for me. If I can find this, if I can find that, then I believe it will work for me. Immediately they say things like that, look for a way around it, that you can give them an offer that will answer that need. Do you understand? Find an offer, now tell them, oh yes, we have a mentorship group, we have a program where, yes, you might not get one-on-one on all the days, but every last Friday of the week you get to have a one-on-one with one of the professionals. Did you see that? I found a way around it and gave her an answer at that instant. Don't say I'll get back to you. If you say you get back to the person, they are gone. Find a way around it to answer at that moment. Then you now go and sort it out. If you have like a team, you have somebody that you need to talk it out with, find a way to get it at that moment, because once you answer that question, you have closed that sale. Do you understand me? You have closed that sale. And now when it comes to offers, there are three elements that you need when it comes to offers. When you are creating offers, create you need these three elements. Use the word free. You get this so thing for free. Use the word guarantee. Always give them a guarantee. Then make a giant promise. I will help you with this, I will help you with that. Do you understand? Always use these three elements. And please, when you are giving a giant promise, don't give giant promise that you cannot fulfill. Oh. Don't say, I'll give you your registration money back, and then you know that, yeah, you cannot fulfill that. Don't do it. But if you know that you are capable, you can do that. If they've done everything you told them and you say, I'll give you a registration, then you can always add a giant promise. It makes them buy, faster. Hope you are following. Oh, hope you are following. If you are following, let me know. Type in the chat box, I'm following, I'm following, I'm following, I'm following. Okay. So the next one is, I don't have money. And this is actually the truth. A lot of them don't have the money, and there's nothing you can do. Somebody will say, like, you've told the person everything you need to tell the person does not have question again. You've done all possible, like everything possible, and yet the person still says, I don't have the money. The person might not have the money, and you cannot do anything about it. In fact, this is part of what we spoke about in yesterday's class. If they don't have the money, you are not even meant to be talking to them in the first place. Your products, when you're promoting your product, you need to promote it to people that need them and can afford them, and what, have the authority to pay for it, right? So please and please, if they don't have the money, the sensible thing to do is to what, move to the next customer. And that's why you must be generating leads every single day. Do you understand? All right. Like I said, the truth is, you cannot close every customer, every prospect. Yes, another thing is, be prepared and anticipate no answers. Be prepared. Don't just quit because someone said no. You just say, person said no. No, the person might say no because of plenty reasons. You have to get to the bottom of those reasons. Okay, you have to get to the what, bottom of those reasons, using all those things we just spoke about. Then don't always help them make the decision. Let them be the one to make the decisions themselves. Let them make the decision what to buy, because when they do that, they will never regret. If you are the one that forced them into making the decision, they will regret. Oh, especially if they don't get what they now said or what they felt they should have gotten. Help them make the decision, but don't make it for them. Do you understand? Now we have action exercise for this. I already told you. Make sure you are with your note and pen. Or you can come to this later and go through it. So write out every questions your customer has ever asked you before they bought your product. Write out everything. Go and get a book. Write out all the questions, all the objections they've been asking you. Write it out. Then also write out questions from those that did not buy from you. Write out all their questions as well. Then go back and then write out all the possible questions too that you feel that they will ask about the product and what it can do for them. Then try to answer each of them convincingly. Then test run it with a few friends. After you've answered those questions, test run it with a few friends and ask them that, okay, if I answer you this way, how would you buy it? If I respond this way, would you buy it? Do you understand? So please go and do this action exercise. If you have to come back and watch the video again, because if you do this well, your sales will go from, let's say you are making 2 sales before, you will go from making 2 sales to like 10 sales. Do you understand? You go from making like 2 to 10 sales. Yes. So make sure you do this action exercise. Okay. Now, um That was day one. We didn't finish day one. So we're going to sales closing. Sales closing. After you've cancelled all the objection, after you've said all the thing you want to say, then you need to close the sale. The first thing to closing a sale is you have to be mentally fit. You have to be what? Mentally fit. You have to know that you are the boss. Be aggressive about learning. See, learning is not a one-time thing. Always upgrade yourself. Learning is not a one-time thing. You feel like right now you are learning about this, how to close more sales, and then you now end it there. No. Now I already told you, I told everyone here that I'm going to be bringing out my course soon. So tomorrow I'm even going to talk about it more at the end of our training. My course is basically on getting to, like, just packing the sales. Let the sales be raining, like, you know, your account to be exploding, and your account manager will call you and say, please, what's happening? I hope you are not yahoo yahoo. Do you understand? Your account should explode. That is what my course is going to be teaching you. More sales. And if you enjoy this bootcamp, then you should not miss getting on the wait list to get my course. Okay, you should not miss getting on the wait list to get my course. Be aggressive about learning. Learn more. Go online, go to YouTube. If you cannot buy new things yet, go to YouTube. Check out things on sales, how to rake in more sales. Always be someone that is ready to learn and keep learning. Then be prepared to work hard. Don't waste time. Don't do frivolous things. You know that you have not closed any sale that day, and you are just, gallivanting, doing one thing or the other that is not related to making the sales. Like, why are you wasting time on things that will not help you make sales? You know that your target, let's say you've given yourself, oh, I must make 5 sales today. You've not even followed up on half of the people, and you already say, I'm tired of. Be hardworking, count the cost and pay the price. Then when you're talking to customers, always expect the best. Kaka says, I want EFCC to look for me. Hey, Kaka, oh, they make me laugh. Always what? Expect the best. Whether they tell you no or yes. If they tell you no, no problem. If they tell you yes at the end of the day, hallelujah. But always what? Expect the best. Now, what you are not meant to do when you are closing a sale, never close a sale too early. Your customer does not know everything about the product yet. They've not even gotten, maybe they didn't even watch the video. They just happen to have, somebody told them, and they just happen to be in your DM, and they say, please, what's this product about? And you just start saying, okay, this is it. Are you ready to buy now? That is a very bad closing. You're likely not going to make the sale, except the person that referred you is a very, a very close person to the person coming to meet you. Never close a sale too early. Make sure your customer has gone through whatever it is, whether it's a video, sales letter, whatever it is you have for them first. Make sure they go through it first. Do you understand? Now, after telling them about everything, and you have called the price, this part is very important. You've told them about everything. You've cancelled all their objection. You now tell them, oh, this is the price, oh, this is how much you are going to buy it. Keep what? Firm. Keep quiet. Do not say anything after you say the price. Please, I want you to type that in the chat box. Keep quiet after you say the price. Don't say anything. Whoever talks first has lost. Do you understand? Whoever says anything next after you say the price has lost. If you are the one, you have lost. If it's the customer has lost. The customer will buy. No, he does not have a choice. What did I say? Keep quiet afterwards. You call the price. Write it down. Type it in the chat, in the comment section. Keep quiet afterwards. You call the price. Now there's a lot of buying signals you get from customers. You see customers always coming back saying, hi, I've not forgotten. No, that's a buying signal. You see customer always smiling at you when they see you. That's a buying signal. Take note of buying signals and make sure you use this to close sales. Okay, make sure you use it to close sales. Now when you think you fail at something or you failed at something, failure is only a feedback. I want you to know that what failure is only a feedback. Now what to do when you are closing? Awesome, I like that. Kim says has typed it. Awesome, awesome. What to do when you are closing? Expect the best. I told you already. Use plenty testimonial and proof. Say, look at Lagbaja. Lagbaja bought it. Look at what he has achieved. Look at Shola. See how she even started. She was just like you. She did not know anything. She did not she couldn't even use the this thing well. She couldn't say this, she couldn't do that, but look at what she has achieved now. Always look, you if possible, look for a testimonial that resonates with their own situation. Look for a testimonial that the person was just like them before the person got the product. Do you understand? And like I said, be ready to answer all their questions with a positive tone. Don't get angry. If you have issues at home, leave your issues in your house. Don't bring it to the person. Do you understand? Always be positive. Then before you ask a closing question, I already said this before, make sure the customer is ready. Don't close too early. Okay, do not close too early. Always say the ask, do you have any more questions before I help you get started today? Do you have any more questions before I get help you get started today? Until the person says no. Or do you have any questions or concerns that you feel like I haven't covered? Until they say no, do not close any sale. Okay, until they tell you no, do not close what? Any sale. Now some winning closing techniques, so I'll give you a few and then we'll move on. you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let's end it here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, type in the chat box. Let's look at closing it here for today. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know so that we can round it off here for today. We'll likely have two sessions tomorrow because I want us to finish this up. Loud and clear. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So it's already 52 minutes and I don't want this. I don't like the classes being too long. So we'll have two sessions tomorrow. We'll have 30 minutes. So I'll convey the time to the groups so that you can see it. Okay. If you enjoyed today's class, you got a lot of value. You know what I already want. I told you that go to my Instagram or Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever it is, tag me and post this on the platform. Tag me and tell me what you've learned, or you can send a review to me personally and I'll take it. Either ways, make sure you send a review. Okay, make sure you send a review to me. Did you enjoy today's class? Even though at the end we could not hear, so we'll have two sessions tomorrow so that we can round up very well. Awesome. Thank you, Ben. Ben says yes. Who else? Who else? So make sure you send me reviews. Oh, don't just say yes. Send me reviews. I want to see the reviews so that I can, use this to give others who haven't started or getting. So yes, tomorrow we'll be having two sessions. The second session will be for Q&As, and then I will tell you about my products that I'm about to launch. My course, rather. I'm about to launch a course, and the course, like I told you, is everything about sales. Sales. So if you want to join the course wait list from tomorrow, I'll have a group for the wait list. The wait list just basically means you are going to get it at a cheaper amount before I launch the course. You are going to get it at a cheaper amount. That is, you pay for it before I launch the course. Like I said, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. All right, have a good night. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Make sure you send in your reviews. Thank you for coming. Have a lovely weekend. Cheers. Bye.